This is Elder Bernice King's tribute to her mother, Coretta Scott King, who after the assassination of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. became a single mother of 4 children.
She spent the first years of, after my father was assassinated, she spent the first years figuring out not what to do, but how to do it. And that was, she knew she wanted to carry on his legacy. But now she had to figure out, how do I do this in light of the fact that I have these 4 kids? And how am I going to make sure that their stability is not interrupted? And so she spent her first years, I believe, personally, I mean, I was only 5, but I think she was very lonely. She kind of kept the household together, and now suddenly as a single parent, she's having to look at balancing, you know, the home and now having to go into a life, and I don't call it's not a career for her. She had to go into life and destiny, and carrying an awesome mission of my father's legacy, and doing it without the help and support of another spouse. And that was very, it was trying for her. One of the frustrations of being a single parent, particularly for women, is, you know, you have these kids, and for some single parents, it's like not having somebody to watch after them, so it kind of restricts you in the dating scene. In my mother's case, it wasn't that she didn't have anybody to watch after, but it was always difficult finding that comfort with somebody where she could just go out and enjoy herself. We know statistically, when the father in particular is absent from the home, typically in a lot of majority instances, kids end up in trouble, end up on drugs, I mean, all kind of problems. And I think she was proud of the fact that in spite of being Coretta Scott King and Martin King, because it wasn't automatic because she was Coretta Scott King and Martin King Jr., that we were going to do the things that we ended up doing in life. But she set, and I have to say this for single parents, she set a solid foundation for her kids, and she didn't just talk about what she was teaching us, she lived it. The 3 things she probably would tell any single parent is, 1, make your children a priority. She told people all over the world, if I'm in Africa, Asia, China, whatever I'm doing, if my children call me, then I need to speak to them. My children are first. But the second thing to balance that off is, because I hear single parents say sometimes, you know, my life is my children. There's a difference between making your children your priority and your life is your children. Because what happens when the children are gone if they're your life? Make them your priority, but don't lose yourself in them. And then the third thing for my mom that helped us, I think she would say, create a village around you that reflects the value system that you are teaching your kids. I think she did a tremendous job, because I tell people all the time, for my mom, she had to raise 4 kids while helping to raise a nation at the same time.